What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, and today let's continue with our F1 2017 career modes, and we are today going to start our second season after a 10th place in the Drivers' Championship at the end of the first season with a podium finish in the season ender Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We are now back to Albert Park for the Australian Grand Prix. What is up, Dario? Welcome to the stream. Well, in the weekends I do whenever I am free, because I want to do as many as possible. In the morning I was a friend of mine, it was his birthday, so I was doing some paintball with him and some other friends. And yeah, now I am back, and unfortunately I couldn't do live streams for the past 2 days because of my actual work, my job. It got tight at the end of the month, and yeah, we had a lot to do, so I couldn't get home on time to let you guys see my races. Actually, yesterday I worked for 15 hours in a row, so yeah, that's been tight at work. As you can see, we are beating Kvyat's ass, and we are going to have mixed conditions on the track. We are also tied with, or at least very close to Toro Rosso in the vehicle performance comparison for the fourth slowest car in the pack, or the 6th fastest in the pack. And yeah, I think this is it. We have 267 points, and let's see how we compare to our previous season and results. As I will left Crofty take it away for the intro of the Australian Grand Prix.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. Welcome then to all our viewers, and of course to Anthony Davidson as well. Now, Ant, I wanted to ask you, obviously there's a lot of hard work involved in these sessions, a lot of simulations as well. Is this something the drivers enjoy, or is it just a routine that becomes a chore?
There's nothing routine about driving a Formula 1 car, I can tell you that. 300 kilometers per hour down the straights, 4G through the corners. It's hard to ignore those forces acting on your body. It's lap after lap of hard, exhausting work. You always enjoy driving these cars. It's a real privilege. Although I must say, if you're having a day where you can't get the car to do what you want and it's generally underperforming, then it's a lot harder to stay motivated. But never a chore, no. Even if you're having a tough start to the weekend, at this point you know that if you work hard at it, there's still an opportunity to turn things around.
Hey Dario, about Vettel starting last, I didn't even know Vettel started last. I didn't see the practice or qualifying for the Malaysian Grand Prix. So why is he starting last? Is it because of a new power unit, or did he just crash out and qualified last? I don't actually know.
At some point before qualifying, let's get our track acclimatization program complete. It'll help us identify any specific problem areas on the circuit.
Oh, well, that's bad. Where did Hamilton... I knew they had problems in the first practice session, but I'm guessing they recovered from that. They are probably on pole, right? I'm just not sure what setup I'm supposed to use. I'll go with this one. Okay. So yeah, I'm going with that setup. I haven't touched this game since Wednesday. So yeah, let's go into the session, into the practice session programs, and let's start with the track acclimatization one. Let's just see how that goes. Just get a grip on the car's behavior and all of that good stuff. Oh, Ferrari, because you can... Yeah, that's... I don't think Ferrari... They are in a very tough position regarding the championships. Both the drivers and the constructors. But yeah, let's see how they go. Yeah, doing a perfect clap so far, so that's good. Now this is where it gets tricky for me. It's very rare that I can get this chicane 100% right. Yeah, I should go down to 6th. That was a bad one. Okay. Let's try that one again. Ah, come on. Just for fun, let's try to get the purple. Oh, I broke too soon, come on! Okay, so that was it. We got a perfect lap around the Albert Park circuit. Oh. Now let's try and nurse the engine home. But yeah, the only things I know about the Malaysian Grand Prix is first that the Mercedes were not very good, at least in the first practice session, and I only saw that crash from Grosjean. I heard it was because of like, what's the word? I don't know the word, but it's like the system that helps dry out the track after rain. After raining, the water can go. That's not a sewer, but well, yeah, it was a drain. That's the word. Yeah, it wrecked. I don't know. Well, it wrecked his rear suspension, probably. Maybe even broke the axis. But I don't know if that made damage to the rear wing and to the diffuser and all that. I heard that they sent a bill to the organizers of the race for them to pay the repairments. But I don't know how that went. I don't know if that went through or not. I don't know about that whole thing. Yeah, well, the crash, I mean, the crash itself could have been worse. it was in a place where you have a lot of escape road and you have the gravel traps and all that. He was near from the wall, but still with the cars nowadays, how they are, I think he would always be fine. Of course, he would probably be a little sore, and after that one, he was probably a bit dizzy. But that's like they are used to it. They are not constantly crashing, but they know how it is to crash. So it was probably okay, like a minute after that. Okay, tire management. No, that's not what I want. Oh, by the way, let's just see. Yeah, I saw mixed conditions. Huh, it's going to be cloudy on the race. Might it rain in the race? I don't know. I don't see any periods of rain.
Probably do before qualifying is the qualifying program. Let's prepare ourselves as best we can. We don't want to find ourselves starting at the back.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to improve the difficulty, actually. I need to bump it up a little bit. I'm currently at 101, but I told you guys that I was going to go up to 103 or 5. Let's just do, after the practice session, I'll take care of that. Should have gone down to 4th. Oh my god. Okay.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Well, that's a good way to start the season. Ah, now I lost the backhand there. Okay, we are in the green, but we are 1 second slower than our delta time. I'm being too cautious in probably some of the corners where I shouldn't be. Hey Christoph, welcome to the stream.
We need to pick up the pace. We're not hitting our target. We'll need to rerun the program if we don't get the time delta back in the green.
Yeah, that was too slow of a lap. I'm behaving like this is the fuel conservation test. This is not the fuel one. I don't need to lift off that hard. Oh, did you? How is that going for you? Yeah, it just takes practice. A game like this, you can only improve with time, really. The more time you spend on it, the better you are going to be, obviously. So yeah, the only thing you need to do is be patient and go for trial and error. Like, take your time to find out what works out for you. Because of course, we are probably going to end up with different driving styles. So yeah, just take your time, find out what works for you, and yeah, that should make you faster with time.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
So yeah, we are already starting to get a percentage in the MGUK. The energy storage, I don't remember what that stands for, ES, but the internal combustion engine, is that's the name, is also starting to show signs of wear. Well, yeah, Omar, welcome to the stream. No, I don't want. Well, it could be, but I don't want to just like get used to it. I find it like the challenge of having it without assists. I quite like it. So yeah. But yeah, at least you used to get all assists to the full, right? I'm sorry guys, I just woke up a bit early today, so yeah. I'm going to go to my friend's birthday party. We went to do some paintball, but now I'm going to his house in a couple of hours. So after this race I'm going to get ready and I am going to party, basically. I'm not judging you, Omar. Everyone goes with what they feel like. Like, I know how fast you are. Just, you are fast with assists. That's it. It's just a different set of skills you need to have. You know.
Our best lap so far is a 1.
Like, because I don't know about this year's game, but in last year's game you had to be good with your tires, because with the traction, of course, people who use traction go further on their throttle, so they give more power to the wheels. So they give more power to the wheels, and what was I going to say? Oh, they give more power to. I jumped to the track. Damn, I forgot. So you give more power to the wheels, and even though you don't spin out, you are going to put more stress on the tires. So towards the end of your stints, you need to be a bit better with your tires, because you are using assists. You are forcing your tires a bit more than what I would, because I didn't run them. So it's a different set of skills. Being good with assists. Well, I think it comes down to practice as well. You just need to worry about different things. You don't need to worry as much about your backhand stepping out, but you're going to have to deal with worn out tires on the end of the stints. What was this? Is this the fuel one? Yeah, it is. I cannot change the fuel mix, so yeah, this is the fuel one. By the way, guys, I changed the thumbnail a bit, just slightly, for this second season. I don't know I didn't have like a very good idea, so I just changed a little bit to have more cars in the picture, just to show a little bit more action and to get the camera close to the car so I could get the Haas words bigger, so people would know that I'm doing a Haas career mode just by the thumbnail. Oh, is it a Mercedes behind me? Oh, it's Lewis Hamilton. The last season World Drivers' Champion, Lewis Hamilton. I'm going to block Hamilton. He got side by side with me. I wanted to block him so I could have a better line through the chicane, because now I'm losing time, as you guys can see. I lost the backends through there. Okay, let's try that one again. It's not going to... I'm just going to restart it. Going to try to do it first time around so Hamilton doesn't catch up to me. Getting a better line through there now, so I can get at least a few tenths or a few hundreds. Oh, if you put a tire on the AstroTurf on the outside there, you are gonna get smashed. Yeah, that AstroTurf on the left, on the outside of turn 1, is very slippery. This is a little bit, quite a tricky chicane as well, especially with that sausage curb on the inside.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I took a completely wrong line through there. If you touch that curb on the inside while full throttle, you are going to lose the back end as well. So we're going to nurse the car home once again. Check the engine. I would like to maybe get the same strategy as we were able to pull off last year. Let's see how that goes. Going to let that McLaren and the Ferrari through. That's Vettel and Stoffel van Dorn, it looks like. But yeah, what was I? Oh, I have a funny story to tell you guys about this morning. So I bought a camera that is like, it's similar to a GoPro, but it's not actually a GoPro. I didn't have the money to spend on a GoPro, so I bought a camera similar to it, and I was going to put it on the barrel of the gun when we were going to do the paintballing. So I was changing my clothes to get ready, and I left I left the camera on my friend's car. So yeah, I wanted to do some kind of montage or anything close to that with the GoPro footage, but since I was dumb enough to forget the camera inside my pants that were inside my friend's car, we are not going to get any of that. Well, it is a bit disappointing, even though I have an idea for a video that when I get around to editing it, I'm sure you guys will appreciate it, but let's see. It's going to be a bit of a secret for now. Oh, by the way, how has Gasly performed so far? Has he done well? Hey, African baller, welcome to the stream. And yeah, we are in the second season, so yeah.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 27.5.
Jeff was
Clear the
talking.
garage, please. Car ready to leave.
Yeah, hopefully we can do. Maybe we can win the World Championship here in Season 2. Let's see how that goes. That would be cool to get 2 seasons to win. Guys, well, both of them, actually. I think Leclerc was also driving in FP1, right? I haven't been able to see any of the practice programs, any of the practice sessions, so that's why I'm asking how are they performing. Yeah, Leclerc has been awesome in the lower in FP2. Where is he? Is it not FP2? Is he on F2 or GP2, or is he in GP3? I don't remember where he is. I haven't followed him. I only get from news that he's dominating, but yeah, I don't actually remember where he's racing. But yeah, the general consensus is that he's very, very good. Well, I'm going to let that... Okay. Adds to big Fiat. I was opening for him, and it adds to big Fiat to ram me in my head. Hey Felipe Silva, welcome to the stream. Oh, I was getting my inside wheel in the grass through that right-hander. I was almost going to lose the back end, or the back end. I was getting a message on my phone. Well, I'll get to that later. Oh, no problem. Okay, let's. I went into fifth gear too high, too soon. Okay, one lap done.
We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Only 2 left to get a purple rating in this practice program, the race simulation practice program. Oh, that was a bit slow there. In that braking zone, I entered the corner with. I entered the corner too slow. That's why I corner cut that corner that much. Now let's just chill a bit, get some slipstream off of Julian Palmer. That's the second time I hit the wall on the entry to it. I'm too distracted. Almost dipping my wheels on the gravel.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for.
Going to overtake Palmer in the next straight. So I took the chance to go on lane X to save the engine. I know I can get this practice program done.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I feel like this setup is a little bit understeery when I lift off the throttle, so in some corners I need to coast a bit. I feel the car is a bit too understeering. I maybe should increase the differential, the off-throttle differential. So I'll try that and see how the car behaves. Okay, it is done, 3 laps, optimal pace in the results, purple target beat, or purple target beaten, and now, oh, there are both Renaults there, okay. And next up we are going to have the qualifying simulation program, so let's just see how that goes. Yeah, going around the lake, I think there is a lake in the middle of the Albert Park circuits, and this track basically just goes around the lake, really. The muscles like in the back of my leg like are aching a little bit due to all the running and the squatting I did today, getting behind cover, and the paintball guns can get quite heavy. So yeah, I'm finding myself needing to stretch my legs from time to time, especially my left one. What time is it? Oh, it's a quarter past 3 p.m. at least here in Portugal.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:27.1.
Our fastest lap? Okay, we can do much better. Obviously, we have not been pushing too much. Mostly just trying to save fuel, and I didn't raise the off-throttle differential, so forgot to do that one. But well. I'm braking too late for this corner. I don't feel like I can really push in that braking zone, because if I take it to the limit I lose the back end like it just happened last time. Oh, am I going to not get it? Okay.
Good lap. We've hit
Oh,
our
I did.
primary target time. We're happy with that.
Now I'm going to have DRS to slipstream off of. Ah, damn it, that was... That was quite a big cut. Come on! Oh, is it because what am I doing wrong in these last couple of corners? I don't really know. Ah, I turned in too late. Okay. Yeah, I'm not improving. That time the car was too unstable when I put the foot on the throttle. Finally.
Right, that's the end of
Oh,
the
we
program.
did it.
Box this lap so we can analyze the data.
Ooh.
Box this lap.
Little bit of a workout. Couldn't get it done the first time around. But yeah, at least we were able to pull it off. Let's see how our engine wear is. 2 and 3% across the board. I just got punted by someone. But yeah, the gearbox is at 0%. Oh, there it is. 0% of wear for the gearbox, so looks like I am doing a good job of conserving the gearbox at least. Going to let this one by. Now my teammate is coming through, bringing someone with him. Kimi Raikkonen. Not a bad lap, currently P3 in the session. Of course, I am using the super softs, the ultra softs I mean.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Well, sorry guys, I woke up early, so yeah. Okay, getting our ass back to the garage, and then we can retire from the session and move into the qualifying. The AI gets faster throughout the weekend, so obviously I'm not going to... This doesn't mean I'm the 3rd fastest car around for any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so here we are, so we can end the session. Have we done any purple? No, no purple sectors. Let's just advance to qualifying.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Raikkonen, Hamilton and a Haas. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
Okay, so Grosjean in 11th with a 1:26.5, 3 tenths behind the Renault of Nico Hulkenberg. As we are going to see, to find out basically how many resource points we are going to get from this session. Of course, I am the first driver, recently appointed first driver of the Haas team. So, okay, we got quite a few amount of points. Oh, let's listen to Emma then.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Okay, so we have to qualify in P13th and beat Daniel Kvyat in order to get our targets beaten. And yeah, so going into the qualifying session, and I will soon let Crofty take it away.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
Okay, so going to get our setup. Hey Ruben, welcome to the stream. Let's increase this a bit. Well, going to up it by 10. I'm thinking 1 up on this would be good, but I don't really know. So yeah, let's go out in a set of the ultra soft tires and let's see how that goes.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
A little bit held up in the garage due to the Williams of Massa? No, it is Lance Stroll, the Williams of Lance Stroll. Oh, okay. Maybe we can get an alert from the subscription then. Oh, here comes Jolyon Palmer going through. Yep. I'm just going to save the tires, save the engine. No need to push anything since we are in our out lap. Our brakes and tire temps are good, so yeah, there's no real need for us to push too much. Damn it. I was not paying attention to the game. This lamp is... Give me a second. Like the lighting was blinding me a bit. Yeah, we are back at the first race of the second season, so for the last like 10, 15, maybe 20 years, the Australian Grand Prix has been the season opener, and of course it is once again the stage of the season opener here at the Albert Park circuit. Just like that, while let him do his thing. a bit deep on the entry for the right-hander. I may be braking too much into the chicane. Okay, let's complete a lap, and it is going to be a 1:24.5. So time to go back to lean and go back home.
We're dropping down the order.
Only around
P3.
1.5 tenths from Ricciardo's P2 lap, or at least so far P2, as Vettel goes by me after posting the fastest lap of the session so far. It was like something like a 1:24.1, if I saw correctly, even though he did it. No, Ricciardo did it on the super soft side. I don't know what tires Vettel was running.
Romance currently P5.
Here comes the Force India. It is Esteban Ocon, still with a lap to post so far. As you can see, he sits currently in 15th place. I'm sure he's going to improve on that after his first flying lap is completed. Lewis Hamilton topping Vettel with a 1:22.8. I think he's the one to enter into the 1:22s.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
There goes Raikkonen and our teammate once again. Okay, let's just check the engine. Yeah, it's still around 3% in every component, so that's not too bad. Here comes Sergio Perez, the 5th place seater. I don't know how big the gap is between me and the Mexican at this point, but we are soon going to find out once I get into the garage. Hey Eduardo, welcome to the stream. Boas meu, como é que estás? How are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, so going to our garage. Currently we are in P4. I believe that is Felipe Massa coming out of his pit garage as we are getting into our own. Okay, so as soon as that animation ends, they are putting the covers on the tires. And now let's check our screen, and we are currently sit in P4 with a 1:24.5, 1/10 faster than our teammate Romain Grosjean.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:24.5.
I know, Jeff, how quick I am currently. As you saw, 1 point, not 1 point, but 1/10.5 slower than Ricciardo. We got a 1:24.400, which is quite unusual to see, such a rounded number. But yeah, then we had in the 23s Kimi Raikkonen in the super softs with a 1:23.7, and then the only guys above the minute 23 mark, or below the minute 23 mark, are Sebastian Vettel with a lap that is only 58 thousandths of a second slower than the British, the last world champions lap with a 1:22.893. We are going to skip onto the last seconds of this first qualifying session. Romain Grosjean dropped to P10, I dropped to P7, Felipe Massa got between me and Ricciardo, and Bottas got between Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Hey Eduardo, thank you for the subscription, mate. Glad you are enjoying the stream, as we just made Sebastian Vettel cheer once again. So let's go out into our Q2 lap. Let's just take a little bit less fuel, because since this is the lap we are going... No, since these are the tires we are going to take onto the actual race, we want to put as less stress on them as we possibly can. I'm going to risk only being able to do one flying lap, so the pressure is on. I must not screw this up at all. I must be very precise with my lap. But yeah, that's the risk I'm going to take in order to get my tires into the race in as good of a condition as I possibly can. So getting the covers out of the tires, getting our car dropped to the floor, and we are going to get out of our garage. The end of the pit lane is shortly after taking out our pit limiter, and we are going into a out lap. Oh, the end was clipping there quite badly through the car, but well. Thanks a lot, Edward. Thanks a lot, mate. Okay, so let's chill. Oh, it was on which mix? Yeah, no, I want lean mix to save the engine. I would like to be able to take this engine until China, then change to a second power unit to Russia and Spain, and then come back to the previous one in Monaco, and then go to the second one in Canada. Or maybe stay with the same one I went in Monaco, so that I can get a newer power unit. My second one is going to be a bit fresher for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The Canadian Grand Prix is a fast circuit, but maybe if I play my cards right in terms of the management of the components of the engine, I can still take my power units in good condition to the islands of Canada, where the track, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, actually is on. That circuit is basically the size of the entire island. That's not a very big island for sure, but yeah, just over 2.1 laps of fuel in our car. Going to get it onto rich mix, as the skies are heavily covered by the clouds, but no rain forecasted for this qualifying session, as we are going to start our flying lap for the second qualifying session here for the Australian Grand Prix.
Almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
Oh, Romain Grosjean with a 1:24.4. That's the fastest lap for the session so far. That's also faster than my previous flying lap back in Q1. So I really do need to improve my game if I want to still remain the dominant driver in the Haas team, or at least to be quicker than my teammate. I think I was only 0.07 of a second slower through the first sector. Could have been better with that apex, but yeah, nevertheless you can make lots of time back. Oh yeah, that was good. 22 thousandths of a second separating me and Grosjean. I'm being faster currently than my teammate. Here comes the corner. Oh, we went a little bit too wide. This might be a crucial mistake. Let's see. 21, 22, 23, and 23. Whoa! We actually went below the 123 mark with a 123.9. So I'm just going to go into the garage, just chill on the car, on the fuel usage, because I'm not even sure I have enough to get onto my garage. But whew, that was a good lap. We made some mistakes here and there. We made the most of the lap was good for me, I think. Only that chicane before, not the fast one, but the slower one before, I went too wide on the entry for the right-hander. That compromised me a little bit, but still managed to pull off a very good lap. So yeah, our fuel tank is almost empty. Only me and Grosjean have posted laps in this session so far, or at least I think so. Yeah, this chicane I could have turned in a little bit sooner. Went a little bit too deep, but yeah, that worked out fine. Got below the 123, and yeah, we are well, last driver to get this time was Kimi Raikkonen. Not exactly this time, he got 2/10 faster, but still, it's a lap time that is close to the Ferraris. So that's a certainly competitive lap time that I am sure is going to get us through to Q3. Now we just basically need to rest and prepare ourselves for the top 10 shootout. The track is really not busy at the moment, only now. This is the first car I'm finding in the entire circuit, and is not even going past me before I get into the pit lane. So yeah, the track is not very busy at the moment. As I can see on the minimap, Summing pulling out of its garage. There is a Toro Rosso as well, and we are going into our garage, with us being the fastest car so far in this qualifying session. But yeah, with Eduardo's subscription we are very close to 150 subscribers. So yeah, that would be great to be able to reach it today. Reaching that mark today would be cool. Session info, let's go to the timings. And yeah, only me and Grosjean have posted laps. Daniel Ricciardo, let's just see, is going currently faster than me. Sergio Perez is himself going faster than me throughout the first sector. Let's see what time Ricciardo sets. It's a 22.657, which is 1/10 faster than mine. So let's see how well he performs now in this last sector. I apologize, guys. But yeah, he's on pace to making a lap in the 1:23.5s. I am guessing. Let's see how it turns out as he crosses over the line to post a 1:23.6, which gets him the first time, or the fastest time so far in the session, as now we have Bottas dethroning Ricciardo, and now his teammate Hamilton going to the top of the time sheets. Both Vettel and Bottas with laps set with the super soft tires, so looks like they are going to get the start of their race with the more durable super soft tire compared to everyone else with the ultra softs. And yeah, looks like we couldn't get ourselves in the mix with the Red Bulls because Ricciardo and Verstappen went faster than us. But Massa for the Williams, separating me and Grosjean with Sergio Perez closing the top 10. Then we have Nico Hülkenberg in 11th, Carlos Sainz 12th, Esteban Ocon 13th, Daniel Kvyat 14th, and Lance Stroll completing the ones that were knockout in the second qualifying session. Hey Beza, welcome to the stream. No, I think it's that I might have only 4 viewers, but if they go out and come back in, it counts it as an extra view. And since I'm doing practice sessions, some guys go out when I'm in the practice and come back for the qualifying or come back to the race, and them checking where I am, or at least that's my theory, them checking where I am in the stream counts as another view. So yeah, every time they come check is an individual view, so that's how I'm getting. Yeah, I have actually been getting good views, so that's good. But yeah, now let's go into the third qualifying session and let's try to just not get as many mistakes as we got
Checks complete.
in the last lap, so maybe we can even get lower than 1:23.9. As you can see, one of the Mercedes work cars getting through the pit lane. And yeah, we're going to get released in front of the Ferrari. I don't know who that is. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, we are doing good. We are almost with 150 subscribers, which 1 month ago the game was released, what, 25th August 25th. I had 55 subscribers on that day, and like just a couple of days after a month from the game's release, I have almost tripled the amount of subscribers. So that is Kimi Raikkonen behind us. I am going to let him by because I don't really need him pressurizing me. I am going to just slow down and conserve the fuel I have. So let's just see. I like how the lighting conditions are changing throughout the qualifying and the practice sessions. Of course, this is representative of the sunlight conditions you have in the real F1 season, or at least representative of the times of day in which the different sessions are held during the real life F1 season. As we have also someone that is Felipe Massa, who is probably looking to get his Williams in front of both Haas cars at the end of this session. So let's go up to max mixture, get the maximum power from the power unit to help us propel ourselves down the straight. So yeah, that was a good last corner, and let's see how far up the grid you can get at the end of this top 10 shootout. Oh, that was a bit too wide there. I'm afraid I'm going to lose too much down this straight. I think I went into 7th gear a little bit too soon, and that caused me a slight amount of oversteer, but just enough to dip my wheels onto the grass. Fortunately, didn't lose our back end, which is common once you put your tires on the grass on the outside of that corner. Crossing over the line with the 1:23.9, even though it was still a 1:23.9. It was a couple of hundredths of a second.
The tank is empty.
Jeff just had to talk there, so yeah, that was still a couple of hundredths of a second faster than my previous flying lap. I think I could have done a tenth better had we not got the wheels on the outside of the chicane into the grass. But yeah, that also lost me a little bit of power down the straight. If I held onto 6th gear for just a little bit longer, we would probably be better down the straight. But yeah, nevertheless, what's his face? Hamilton getting a good lap to get himself in, I forgot the word, but it is pole position, but it's not an official pole position yet. I forgot the word to describe this pole position, and we are getting smashed. We are going down the grid. Probably both Red Bulls have improved themselves as well. Felipe Massa got in front of us this time around. Perez splitting me and Romain Grosjean. So we just went down the grid one place from last time around compared to Perez and to Massa. Massa jumped me instead of only jumping Grosjean, and Perez, instead of closing top 10, is now up to P9. I'm not predicting any of them to move further up the grid. Maybe Grosjean can, but let's just wait and see. There's nothing more we can do. I'm not going to go out onto another flying lap. There's really not much points to it. So just going to save the components. You know what? I'm going to simulate.
Is in P10 at the moment.
Okay. I know roughly where I need to brake, but let's see. Vettel getting pushed into the garage. Our teammate is already waiting for us. And as you can see, right above our garage, we have right there Ruben Manning. So that's a very cool touch. I think, I know they did it already in 2016. I don't think they did it in 2015. Oh, no, they didn't. We didn't even have a career mode back in F1 2015. So yeah. Getting back to our garage, we are going to check the standings, see how where everyone sits. We are down to P8 so far. Jesus, just take a look at that. 1.5 seconds faster is the pole lap of Lewis Hamilton compared to my lap, which I think was very good. But well, going into fast forward, everyone is sitting in their garages at the moment. Now they are starting to go out, and
So
let's see how it goes.
And we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Hamilton, Vettel, and Valtteri Bottas. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Okay, so looks like Vettel is splitting the two Mercedes, and well, unfortunately, instead of us splitting the Red Bulls, we were actually overtaken by the Williams of Felipe Massa. But well, the Williams is the fastest car in the mid of the grid, in that middle pack there behind the Red Bulls. And yeah, we are in the bottom half of the field. Still, we are the 4th slowest car, very close to the performance of the Toro Rossos. So yeah, 14th position was overachieved by 6 positions. We passed every target, everything. We kicked Kvyat's butt, and we are going to get ourselves even with a bigger lead. Now 10 points separating me and the Russian driver, getting 13 or higher. We are, well, we are already exceeding our expectations, and McLaren and Sauber really love me. Looks like the reputation went back to neutral after this first season, because Red Bull was on the limit of the of the reputation level. They really loved me for some reason, and I got offered the contract from them, Toro Rosso and Renault. I opted to stay on the Haas because I want to be a world champion, a world drivers champion. If it happens to be also constructors, so be it, but I would like to be a constructors champion with the Haas before moving on to another team. But so let's just steer to Emma Jenkins.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
So once again, beat Daniel Kvyat, but this time around we have to finish the race in 11th or higher, so we must not be too bad at the race. We must not finish outside the points, which is a good target for the Haas team after 3 podiums in the last season. So they are starting to realize their potential, or at least some of it. As you can see, still the 4th slowest car, even though there is quite a big gap to Sauber and to Honda. And it's very tight between Williams, Force India and Renault. Red Bull is still in a little bit of no man's land, but Ferrari and Mercedes are still very close. And with that, let's go into the race, as I will let Crofty take it away in a few moments.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Massa, and a Haas, Perez, and Roman Grosjean, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Esteban Ocon, and Kvyat, Stroll, Palmer, Fernando Alonso, and Pascal Wehrlein. Ericsson and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Well, we have had mixed conditions in the laptop, but...
Excellent job yesterday. We qualified above expectations. Let's go out there and put in a performance.
Yeah, it's not going to rain during the race, and it didn't rain during qualifying or the practice session, so the laptop told us mixed conditions. I was hoping for rain, but it looks like rain is never going to come. We're going to start on the ultra softs and go for 2 stints on the super soft tires. That's at least what is expected of me. Let's see throughout the race how the tire wear is going, and if need be, we are going to make some changes to the strategy, as we are now having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the second season is underway. We got dead on our tracks at the start there, very poor starts. Massa flying away into the front of both Toro Rosso, not Toro Rossos, but Red Bulls. I'm going on the inside of Verstappen, who dropped from 5th to 7th and now 2/8 in the start. It was a very poor start from us. Just take a look at the start from Felipe Massa, and that's what we could have gotten. Oh my god, Massa on the inside. Oh my god, it just smashed Vettel and then slowed down massively, and that opened me a slot for me to fit in between the Brazilian and Ricciardo. Massa was very, very slow through there for some very odd reasoning, but nevertheless we took the most out of it, and even after a poor start, we are able to get ourselves up to P5. So yeah, very good start for our standings, for me and the Massa as well. So let's now take advantage of I think it was Bottas and Vettel who started on a set of the ultra soft tires, and let's see how quickly me and the Brazilian driver can get up to the pair that we can just see in P2 and P3 respectively. I believe Bottas has jumped Vettel out of the start, and if not, it was probably when the contact was made between the German and the Brazilian, because that's what kicked off an opportunity for me to get up to P5. Lewis Hamilton is starting to pull away, as you can see from the mini-map. A massive first lap from the British driver. Oh, I almost broke 2 lights there, and I almost beat my tongue as well, my tongue. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but well. Because pronouncing it TH and just O, I think, it's a little bit different, results in quite a different word. But yeah, back to the racing. We are still following Massa. Ricciardo 2 tenths behind me. Massa has pulled just a car or two distance of a gap. Oh! Oh! Oh, Jesus. There is Ruben bottling. Come on, let's try not to do that, shall we? Got a good chicane there. We are going to benefit from the slipstream and better power units than the Renault powered Red Bull. And we got right behind Felipe Massa there. By the way, in reg, thanks a lot. Yeah, that was quite a cool overtake on both Raikkonen and Ricciardo. Sorry, guys.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Okay, DRS is now available for usage once you are within 1 second from the car in front. I, for some reason, didn't get... Oh no, because the DRS detection point was still on the second lap, so that's why I wasn't able to get DRS down this second DRS zone, because we have no detection points in the third lap or at the beginning of the lap. It's only at the end of the lap before the start-finish straight. So Felipe Massa, we are closing in on him. Let's see if we do not make the same mistake. No, a clean getaway from that chicane, and probably with the slipstream and reach mix we are going to overtake him. If not, we are going to just chill back a little bit and get the use of DRS in order to accomplish the same goal. I'm better in the corners than the Brazilian, so there is going to be soon Portuguese spoken duel between me and Felipe Massa, because of course I am Portuguese and he is Brazilian. Oh, was it? Okay, I didn't see. Oh my god! I didn't see any of the practice program, practice sessions or the qualifying for the real life Grand Prix. I just, well, come on! I'm losing the back end under braking. I was in the birthday party of a friend of mine. I was doing some paintball, and in the days before I couldn't stream because I was so heavy with work. For example, yesterday I worked 15 hours from 7 AM to 10 PM, and then I only arrived home by midnight, so yeah, that's why I couldn't stream for the last couple of days. Fortunately, I have a window here in the weekend, and I can get back to racing. But yeah, I didn't see anything. That's unfortunate for Kimi Raikkonen then. But yeah, so I'm guessing both Mercedes start from the front row. Maybe, I don't know. I heard the news that they were struggling through at least the first practice session. But if they bounced back, I'm expecting they bounced back, because I didn't hear anything about that later in the weekend. So I am guessing they fixed their issues, as I have now DRS, slipstream and rich mix, and I am going to be braver on the brakes and get through the Brazilian. It tried somewhat of a switchback, as I went a little bit too deep, to be honest, on the exit, but nevertheless I am promoted up to P4 after an overtaking maneuver on the Williams car driven by the Brazilian Felipe Massa. And let's see how quickly we can get up to Sebastian Vettel, as we already got a few, at least one car length of a gap between me and the Brazilian. Oh, there was a little bit of a loose back end as I stepped on the throttle on the exit of that chicane. Now let's not be too reckless we have faster tires than Sebastian Vettel, but of course they have a vastly superior package in that Ferrari as well as in the Mercedes works car. Let's see if we can catch up with the pair in front without being too bothered by the Williams of Felipe Massa. He's going to get the RS, but looks like I pulled somewhat of a gap. Of course, the Red Bull power unit is quite weak compared to the Mercedes fitted onto the Williams, but maybe with a superior cornering ability from the Austrian team, or from the Austrian team, from the Austrian team's car, that's what I was trying to say. Maybe they can do some trouble to Massa and prevent him from getting too close to me. 9/10 already separating me and the Brazilian. And yeah, I'm slowly drifting away from the Williams. Let's see now how it goes en route to third place. Oh, it would be so sweet if we could catch up with them, but let's see how that goes. I'm soon going to check the tire wear. Only well, the back, the rear ones, we lost the back end quite a few times already in this Grand Prix, so they got a little bit more worn out than the fronts, but I think that's to be expected since we have quite a bit of slow corners and the subsequently traction zones that come after them. So 2.7 I think was the gap in the last sector. We are now 2.4 and 4.7 to Grosjean, but 2.4 seconds to Sebastian Vettel. Oh, let's just hope they keep on battling and we can just sit in, well, be in the spectator seats and take advantage of what falls on my lap, possibly. Let's see.
Hamilton has the lead.
Is the last corner in Malaysia, is it still like reverse cambered, like inclined to the outsides of the track? I don't know if it still is. But yeah, that's a very easy corner to understeer if that is the case. That's also a very easy corner to lose the back end, because most of the weight is on the back of the car, and the incline of the corner is going to put lots of stress on the outside tires, and if you are not careful with the speeds, if the weight shifting is too drastic or too quick, the car can very easily lose the back end, easier than normal. Hey Android, welcome to the stream. As you can see, we are having a very good start to this race. We started in P10, not P10, sorry, in P8. We qualified in P8. We got not the best start ever. Massa just flied through. Massa qualified in P7 and flied to P4, and he just in the approach to turn 3, he had contact with Vettel and slowed down, and that slowed down Ricciardo, who was in front of me, also Raikkonen, and I was able to go around both of them to get myself to P4, and then just superior cornering ability, and then the usage of the RS, the slipstream and the rich mix allowed me to climb another position in the pack. Always we have yellow flags, looks like maybe someone is retiring. Let's see how it goes. Maybe a safety car is in the works. Romain Grosjean is out of the race. Our teammate Romain Grosjean is out of the race after a very good start to the season. He qualified in 10th. I'm guessing he actually got at least one place off of the start. But now, only after 8 laps, I mean 7 completed, we were currently only on the 8th lap, his engine gives out on him, unfortunately, and now we are only going to rely on me to bring home some points. Yeah, we are just... I got scared for a moment because I didn't notice Jeff was talking about Grosjean. I only heard stop the car. And I was like, for real, do I really need to stop the car? Because yeah, he was only telling me that Grosjean stopped the car. Oh, you are in the lead of the championship with Red Bull. Okay, that's a very good season for you so far then. Hey Samuel Rock, or Roche, welcome to the stream once again. As you can see, we are doing quite fine. We qualified in P8, but then there was some tangling into, what's the name? Into turn 3, and there was contact and a bunch of cars slowed down, so I was able to avoid them, and it was Ricciardo and Raikkonen. I went around the outside of them in the transition from from turn 3 to turn 4. Oh, Esteban Ocon looks like he has a puncture and he is currently last. So yeah, I was going to say there was some contacts between the third and the fourth corner between Vettel and Felipe Massa that slowed down Raikkonen and Ricciardo. I was able to go around them and take P5. Then I got very close to Massa, and with the usage of the RS and better cornering ability in my Haas car due to my very extensive... Oh!
Virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
But yeah, I was going to mention my very extensive investments in the aerodynamics department allowed me to be better in these technical sectors of this circuit. And then just with the RS, Rage Mix and Slipstream, I climbed to P4. Vettel and Bottas are in front of me. Both started with super softs, if I remember correctly. And I am being able to close in on them, even though not too fast, because of course they have vastly superior cars. But yeah, that's it. Currently we are closing in on the top two, I mean third and second placed cars. Oh, the race goes underway once again. I was in 6th gear, a little bit of understeer there. Yeah, looks like Vettel was very unlucky. I didn't actually see the qualifying or the practice race sections because I just couldn't. I did not have the opportunity to do so. But yeah, looks like Raikkonen could have gotten pole as well, but looks like he bottled it or made some kind of mistake. Oh, hey Samuel, yeah, that's a very good season so far as well. So yeah, very close to the end of the season and in the top 10 in the championship with a Sauber. That's something to be cool of as well, or to be cool with as well. Quite a good season so far. Let's see, we finished behind our teammate in the constructors, not the constructors, in the drivers standings, but we also got in the top 10. We got both cars in the top 10, and we are only going to get better going forward. So let's see how that goes in this new season of F1 2017 career mode. We got offered some contracts from Red Bull, Renault and Toro Rosso, so looks like the Renault power unit teams really do like me. Red Bull was loving me. The reputation level was in the max for Red Bull. They offered me a second driver position, but I just don't want to. I want to win a World Drivers' Championship with the American team, or driving the American team's cars. Hey, thanks a lot, Android. But yeah, let's see. Oh, looks like we lost a few tenths to Vettel. We were 1.6 at one point. Looks like Vettel himself is starting to lose contact to Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes driver as softer rubber, I think. Bottas is running ultra softs as Vettel is only running super softs. He's still going to benefit from the DRS, and when our tires are starting to give up, Vettel are going to be good. Oh, the Mercedes want you. Yeah, that's a good that's a good season for sure. But yeah. Yeah, that would be cool to get a championship with all three top teams. Yeah, I can definitely see on the minimap the Mercedes pulling away from the Ferrari and both of them collectively pulling away from me. So yeah, after that virtual safety car, they upped their pace. Let us just see. As I saw, I think most of the tires are in the 25% of wear. So, oh no, one of them is already with 31%. Lewis Hamilton coming into the pits for a set of the super soft tires, and yeah, looks like he's on pace for a good race. I'm being good with my tires. I think we are still going to need to do the two-stopper, but let's see how that goes. We were supposed to stop in lap 14, right? And we have our tires still in quite good condition. My front right is actually under 20% of tire wear. Vettel is already 3 seconds in front of me. Verstappen is 5 seconds behind me. So looks like either Massa made a mistake or went into the pits, or Verstappen just outright overtook him using DRS. By the way, I'm just going to take advantage of that and take a look at the race director, as Bottas and Vettel with the super softs leading the Grand Prix. Then I am in the last podium position, followed by Max Verstappen in fourth. Lewis Hamilton was so far away that he is still in the top 5. I'm sorry, after his first pit stop. Then Nico Hülkenberg in 6th, Daniel Ricciardo 7th, Carlos Sainz and Daniel Kvyat propelling themselves from 12th and 14th to the points paying positions, and Lance Stroll occupying the last points paying position. Then Julian Palmer in 11th, Kimi Raikkonen 12th, Felipe Massa in 13th on a set of the soft tires, Sergio Perez in 14th, Marcus Ericsson in 15th, Fernando Alonso 16th, Stoffel Van Dorn 17th, Pascal Wehrlein in the pits in 18th place, and to complete the grid is Esteban Ocon in the Force India in 19th place, since his compatriot, the fellow Frenchman Romain Grosjean, has DNF'd with only 7 laps done in his season so far. So yeah, they are relying on me for sure to bring points home, and I'm looking to get a good sum of points home, that is for sure. I would like to maybe take these tires as long as the cars in front are going to take their super softs. And if I can do that, I can take the super softs until the end. It's basically the same strategy as we did in Abu Dhabi. Of course, there was a safety car that helped me a little bit, but still, if I can do the one stopper instead of their two stoppers, I think we can get something special done. We can probably get in front of those two, unless they are starting to pull away for too much, or by too much per lap. Looks like Bottas is completely dominating the Ferrari in terms of pace, at least so far in this Grand Prix. Bottas qualified in P3, Vettel qualified in P2, but those spots have reversed after a quite chaotic start and after Vettel's contact with Felipe Massa. I have some itchiness on my nose. Oh, come on, I'm starting to get some understeer. I'm not sure if I should pit right now. My tires are good, but I'm getting a little bit of understeer through that chicane. I don't know. Well, I probably should. You know what? Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Set super soft tires.
Copy that. Super softs for next box.
Okay, that was very good to the line. So let's try not to run over our mechanics. We're not going at least...
They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Verstappen having issues with his car is going to be slow, so that benefits us. But as I was saying, we don't have to worry about the pit strategy, because we obviously don't have to count with Grosjean since he's out of the race. Raikkonen jumped us in the pits, so let's see if we can get onto the back of him and how quickly can we get there. Let's see, now we need to work a little bit with the tires now, because we are obviously not being able to push as much, since these tires are just slightly harder than the previous compound we had set onto our car. 1.6 seconds is the difference between me and Raikkonen. Felipe Massa is right about the same amount of seconds as Raikkonen. Goes on the inside of the Renault driver Julian Palmer. I'm going to get a better run through all of this than both of them. I'm going on... Nah, I'm not going on the inside of Palmer. I'm going to probably just chill a little bit. And oh, I'm in 5th gear. Why? What? Why am I having... No, I'm going to do that again. Why am I having such amounts of understeer? Why? I don't really understand why. Ooh, we had to trail brake quite a bit there, but still managed to get the move done on the British driver. Okay, now Raikkonen has a bit of clean air in front of him, but I am going to do a super soft... What? Don't I have another set of ultra softs? Like, I'm having the icon like the... If I go to the ultra softs, I use worn out ultra softs, but I have at least one set of ultra softs reserved for the race, right? Why am I getting like these used ultra softs here on the graphic? I have no idea. Can't I not get back to a compound I have been previously? Like, I have no idea. This is a bit of a mess right now. I could try to take this until the end of the race, but then I'll just get smashed on the latest stages. I like to be able to do ultra soft, super soft, ultra soft. But apparently if I go into the pits for a set of ultra softs, I just get used ultra softs for some reason. I have no idea, honestly, what the hell is going on. I think I'm supposed to have a set of ultra softs that are only for usage in the race. And that's independent of what compounds I used in the qualifying session. I think that chicane is supposed to be done in 4th gear, but well. Okay, still in lap 17. So still a lot of racing to go. Looks like Raikkonen is being held up behind someone at the moment. It might be Lance Stroll. No, it's Force India. It's probably Perez then, since Ocon is around last place currently after I think he had a puncture. Kimi Räikkönen just look. No, it is not the Force India. It is actually Lance Stroll. We have yellow flags out in front. We are going to get signs, and Sebastian Vettel is out of the race.
Caution, caution. The virtual safety car
Oh,
is
virtual
out.
safety car.
Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta.
The virtual safety car is out because of Vettel's DNF. So that's not going to be helping him for the start of this second season. So yeah, this is basically going to give a win to the Mercedes in a silver platter, really. Räikkönen is having problems with traffic. Hamilton and Bottas are currently 1 and 2. So yeah.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. Green flag.
Okay, we had a tenth to work with, but better getting a tenth to work with than having to slow down. Let's get ourselves up to Rich Mix through this quite fast section of the track. Yeah, Räikkönen is not finding a way past Lance Stroll. The Mercedes power unit of the Williams there is doing wonders for the young Canadian. Both me and the Canadian on our second seasons in F1.
Okay, gap to leader, 31.1 seconds.
Okay, Räikkönen now it's DRS. No, he's still not going to get past the Canadian. He's not getting past the Williams. Ferrari are counting on him to get at least a podium, and he is not able at this point to overtake a Williams.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.5 seconds.
I couldn't see exactly where the track was. I was accelerating on the curbs, and apparently the curbs give a little bit less less traction than the track itself. Who knew, right? Such a novelty of an idea to me. A little bit too much understeer in that corner. I should probably have done it in 4th gear. I can chill now. Conserve the power units. Oh, Räikkönen finally making a move on the young Canadian. Ah! Oh my god! I'm dead. I'm dead, guys. Just take a look at that save. I was trying to go on the inside of Stroll because I knew he was going to open his trajectory on the exits, but I went in too hard, I went in too soon, and I touched the AstroTurf or whatever the hell that's called on the inside, and that's extremely slippery, and I lost the back end. Managed to control it. Whew. But unfortunately we couldn't get closer to Räikkönen, and he's probably going to pull away a little bit since he has a better car, outright better car. So yeah, let's see now how that goes. Going back to standard. Räikkönen has his tires a little bit, quite a few laps. I mean like 5 laps, I think.
Hamilton has just taken the lead.
No, not 5 laps. He started his race on a set of super softs, if I remember correctly. But let's see. 2.0 seconds. I mean, it's closer to 2.1 than 2.0. But yeah, 2.1 seconds of a gap to Raikkonen. Let's see how this develops throughout this lap. Number 21 out of 58 around the Albert Park circuit here in Australia. The season opener of this for the season 2 of our F1 2017 career mode. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying this, make sure to give it a like and to maybe share it to your friends if you are liking the racing. I'm certainly enjoying it, even though I'm not anymore in a position to get in the podium. I think the Red Bulls have got the best on me by undercutting me, even though Verstappen is having problems. No, there's someone in the pits, so I'm getting promoted up to P4. Who is that? That's Hülkenberg, so Hülkenberg was not stopping. Okay. So okay, Raikkonen is up to P3 and I am down to P4, still a very respectable position. But to be honest, I would like to be able to battle for a P3 with Raikkonen, unless I try to take these tires until the end of the race. I have not done too many mistakes. I only lost the back end while trying to get past Stroll. I haven't put a wheel wrong otherwise in this super soft stint. So I think I can conserve them quite well. Only 9% of tire wear after how many laps we've done on them. I think it is already, I think we ended on the end of lap, we pitted on the end of lap 14. So 14 to 20, they are basically, well, not 14 because we started with them in lap 15. So 7 laps so far. So just over 8% of tire wear per lap. And yeah, if I do that, so 14 to 58 is going to be like 4 to 18, 44 laps. 44 laps on a set of super softs. I could pull that off probably. But I'd like to be able to get back to a set of ultra softs. The problem is, I'm not sure, because that is the symbol for when a set of tires is already used. So I'm not sure why the game is not letting me pick up a brand new set of ultra softs, because a set of each component of each compound is reserved to the race, right? I qualified on the ultra softs, but I only used the ones that were required for the qualifying. I didn't use any extra sets of ultra softs, so one at least is going for the race. I don't know why I cannot use that new one. So it looks like I'll actually need to do the two-stopper. A little bit unfortunately, to be honest.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.5 seconds.
See that? I was just straightening. I was just going out of a line by a little bit there. Yeah, that corner is meant to do in 4th gear, because on the exit you have no power if you go into that in 5th gear. The sun is starting to get reflected on the track, and that's screwing with my eyes a little bit.
The gap behind us is 2.4 seconds.
I'm still improving, at least I just now improved my first sector time by 1/10, and looks like Ricciardo overtook Felipe Massa. Massa is running the soft tires, so I'm guessing he's going to go until the end with them. And Ricciardo has already made his pit stop for a set of super softs. Massa has done ultra soft so far. Ricciardo has done soft, ultra soft, super soft. So yeah, of course, Ricciardo has the superior car, at least in the corners and in the technical sectors, and he also has the softer compound currently. So Massa is going for the long game. I'm not sure if he's going to pit again. Ricciardo is closing in. He has already got a couple of cars of distance to the Brazilian of the Williams. Fortunately, we are still in the top 5. Verstappen is having problems with the car. Jeff didn't tell me anything else about Verstappen's problems. 9.0 to Raikkonen, that's how fast the guy is at the moment, even though he has older tires than me. But yeah, as I was saying, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, Jeff didn't notify me further about Verstappen's issues, so I'm guessing, I'm under the assumption that he has not fixed them quite yet, but Ricciardo is showing the pace of the Renault powered car. The RB13, if I am not mistaken, showing its fangs currently, or its horns, since we are talking about bulls.
We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one?
Change to softs? No.
Understood, copy that.
Why would I anticipate the stop by 3 laps? It makes no sense to me. Maybe to get a good undercut, but the guys are already faster than me, so getting the undercut I don't think will help us too much, because getting out of the front of them, giving them clean air, they will just blaze away. At least I can keep them under my control here, and if they pit, they might get traffic problems on their out lap, so at least I think I am able to pull off a better chicane than Daniel Ricciardo, at least at the moment. Yeah, Hamilton just blazed off from everyone after the start and was never to be seen again. He has not led all of the laps because once he pitted, Bottas inherited the lead. Hamilton got dropped down to P5. Oh, the back end. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. Going to be a little bit braver on the brakes, covering the inside, and we are still with the 4th place intact.
The gap to the car ahead is 12.2 seconds.
12.2 seconds to Raikkonen, yeah, that's too fast. I couldn't see the Red Bull for a second, it was just covered by the rear wing on my mirrors. I couldn't see where it was. But yeah, he's filling up my mirrors by quite a bit at this point. Ricardo is going to get usage of the DR. Oh, he actually got his nose on the inside there into turn 1. He's going to get to DRS once again. Oh, he had contact. I'm going around him. Oh yeah, I had the inside line there, I covered it, and I got through. I had to give the space to Ricardo because that arrow was still red, and I didn't have time to take a look at the mirrors, but still a nice battle there with the Australian driver in his home race. Only now I realized he's on his home race, and he certainly wants to put on a show for the fans. And yeah, he's at least having very good battles. He's in a top 5 position, and he's also in a prime position to get good points on Ferrari since Vettel has DNF'd. And well, if both cars take the top 10 position, they are most certainly going to get a good handful of points over Ferrari, even though Raikkonen is currently in a podium position. I haven't done the maths, but I think that's the case. Oh, here comes him. Here he comes once again. With Rich Mix deployed. He's going to get to DRS, obviously, but this time around he's not going to get close enough. And there it is. Still improving my sector 1 times, despite having tires that are 15 laps old at this point. As you can see, 15 laps get me 21% of tire wear in the most worn out tire, which is my rear left. I shouldn't go down there into 5th gear, but well. Fortunately for me, I can recover some of the fuel during the remaining stages of this track, because even in standard mix I am recovering fuel, which is not the case in some of the tracks around the calendar. China is one of them. I cannot conserve fuel for the life of me. The mirrors make it look like I pulled a bigger gap to Ricardo than I actually did. I was spacing out for so long. Well, I apologize for that one, guys. I was just remembering something on my head. I got sidetracked. Just as you can see, I didn't put down from lean mix, from rich mix. So yeah, that's how spaced out I was. Oh, the backhand. Took that curve on the inside a little bit too aggressively.
Okay, gap ahead is 19.5 seconds.
Ricardo closing in on me. Going to get a good exit.
The lead.
Yeah, looks like Hamilton is leading. In fact, I'm going to show you guys the race director now. Just give me a second. Okay, so we now have Lewis Hamilton followed by Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. Then we have me, then Daniel Ricciardo completing the top 5. Then we have Felipe Massa still on the softs, followed by Sergio Perez, Nico Hülkenberg, Carlos Sainz, and Max Verstappen with his problems is down to P10. Then we have outside of the points bank positions, we have Daniel Kvyat, Lance Stroll, Jolien Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, Fernando Alonso, Stoffel Van Dorn, Pascal Wehrlein, Esteban Ocon, and in outside of the racing condition, they have both DNF'd are Sebastian Vettel and Romain Grosjean. So both Ferrari powered cars giving out in the first 20 laps of the race. So this is not very good news for us, but well, at least we have not been struck by it so far. Let's see how that does. Ricardo closing in, even though he does not have the space to mount an overtaking attempt at me. I have to give the space to him. I'm going to get a better exit nonetheless, and it is done. Getting back at Ricciardo and conserving our P4.
21.6 seconds.
21.6 seconds. The Ferraris and the Mercedes are just in an entirely different level. Jesus bloody Christ. Yeah, Ricardo, me battling with Ricardo has caused a bit of a train now. Massa, Perez and all of the other guys are stuck behind Ricardo. Hopefully the Mercedes powered cars then give some work to the Red Bull driver and hopefully I can pull away.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
I would really like to be able to take this until the end. I've done 20 laps, only 26% of tire wear on the most worn out tires. I'm going to take this until the end. If these tires behave like the Ultra Softs, I am going to start losing grip at around 35%. But, well, not losing grip, but for example the rear is starting to go a little bit looser in some corners. But still, I think that's a risk worth taking. Those guys are all going to get into the pits, they are going to be massively fast once they come out. But if I pit, they are going to overtake me either way. Like, if I undercut them, they are going very fast and they are going to overtake me. If they undercut me, they are obviously going to, well, get fresher tires and just overtake me.
The distance to the leader is 32.7 seconds.
And if I pit at the exactly same lap, they are going to get a better service from the pit crew and they are going to jump me nonetheless. So I think I'm a no-win race condition at the moment, at least regarding to the targets of P4. Of course, finishing in the top 5 or in at least up to 7th, it would be great. 8 is also good, that's representative of at least the qualifying pace, but considering the DNFs and the cars that have been having problems, it would almost be like going down the grid actually. Oh, there's someone in the pits. No, that's not Kimi. Ah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that is not Kimi Raikkonen. Oh well. Well, the power unit is still in very good condition, but 22 laps still left to be done until the end of the Australian Grand Prix, the first race of the second season of my career mode here in F1 2017. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo, Danny Rick, the smiling assassin. There that goes. Yeah, we are starting to getting a little bit thin on our extra fuel, but yeah, that's because of the pressure from Daniel Ricciardo. Even though he has a Renault power unit, I feel like they have improved it quite a bit. Oh, someone else in the pits. Who might that be? It is Marcus Ericsson. Yeah, 27.9 seconds the gap to Raikkonen. Oh, that's quite a bit. It's quite a lot, actually. But yeah, the top three are just not catchable, at least in this Grand Prix. At least I'm able to battle for the top 5. Looks like the cars behind me are in Ricciardo have started to drop back a little, maybe some tire wear issues, or just not being able to compete with the cars that are in front.
Okay, car ahead is now running.
It looks to me like it is a Renault behind Ricciardo, probably Hülkenberg. Yeah, less than 29th now to end the race. Oh, Jesus, this is being quite a workout, especially since I have done in this live stream the qualifying and the practice sessions as well. Just checking what time it is. I'll have to get ready soon after the end of this race, like immediately after, because I need to get ready. I'm going to go out with a couple of friends. Here comes Danny Rick once again. For those of you who don't know, I am racing 101 difficulty AI, which is the first setting of Ultimate AI. Oh, there it goes. I thought I was going to miss the apex. Fortunately, we were able to stop the car on time without too much stress to the tires themselves.
7 seconds.
I don't know why the game tells you to make a two-stopper. Like in real life, it was a one-stopper, right? And I can also pull off a one-stopper. I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, Hamilton is in the lead, followed by Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen. And then it's me, Ricciardo, and then I believe it is a Renault of Nico Hülkenberg. Kimi Raikkonen, a man on a mission, is trying to catch up to the pair of Mercedes works cars that are in front of him. I'm still improving. I'm going faster than my best first sector. Of course, I cannot like improve altogether around the whole lap. I cannot improve my global lap time. That's why I get the comparison to my best, to the best first sector that I've done on the best lap, not my overall best first sector, because you can get a better first sector without getting a better lap overall, and yeah, those don't count because they weren't part of the best lap. I'm even going down to limits on these sections so I can conserve the fuel a bit more. Oh, looks like there's someone going through the pits. I couldn't spot who that was. It's not going to give me the RS as well, whoever that was, but well, that's unfortunate. Hey, that was a corner cut, hand off. Jesus Christ. Oh, looks like Ricardo went into the pits, and Hülkenberg is now the one who is behind me. There that goes. 16.8 seconds is the gap between me and Kimi Räikkönen. And maybe even 2 seconds is the gap separating me and Nico Hülkenberg. Let's just see where Ricardo ended up after a pit stop. Oh, he ended up in P9 behind Massa, Perez. Then Verstappen and Hülkenberg are still yet to do their second pit stops. But yeah, Hamilton went from ultra soft. Hamilton, I'm going to show you guys he started on ultra softs, went back to super softs, and then ultra softs. Why do I get?
Gap to car in front is 17.3 seconds.
Why do I have to go? If I go on ultra softs, I have to go for a used one. Or is that only to signify that it was used in the race, but not the specific set of tires was used? Because I don't think so. I think that's going to say that if I'm going onto a set of ultra softs, I'm going to get back onto the a used set of ultra softs. Nico Hülkenberg now diving onto the pits. 42% of tire wear in that rear left. Of course, the most demanding corners in this circuit are mostly to the right, so yeah, the left-hand tires are the ones who end up suffering the most. But yeah, they're definitely going to survive. Now I have Perez behind me. Let's see how the gap is. It doesn't even show me. Oh, 11.3 seconds to Perez, so I'm quite comfortable. Looks like Bottas went into the pits and was overtaken by Raikkonen. Guys, I'm going to make an experiment. I'm going to make an experiment. Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Set ultra soft tires.
Copy. Ultra softs for the next stop.
I know I am fast around this track, so I'm just going to make the experience and let's see how that goes. Just so I can learn from that.
The car behind is 10.4 seconds.
I don't actually know if we are going onto a set of used ultra softs. If we are, that shouldn't be the case. That's so bizarre. That shouldn't be the case. We started the race on the ultra softs that we qualified on, but we always have a set for the race. I think that's Perez coming through, or just some lapped cars. Perez is now doing the last corner.
Go now.
Dropping back behind Ricciardo.
That was our last stop. No more
Going to
scheduled
drop
pit
back
stops.
behind Sainz and Hülkenberg, who are battling for position at the moment. 12 laps to go. Why do I have 3% on those tires? I have no idea, but well. At least they are not the 30% of tire wear tires, but well. Oh my god. Why did I forget to go down to 4th? I kept myself in 5th. For some odd reason.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to
Speed
mixed
difference. Sainz was going to squeeze me. I mean, Ricciardo and some other guys are going to be fighting. I'm going to be breezing by the guys, hopefully, if I get the timing correctly regarding the DRS zones.
in front is
So,
0.9 seconds.
well, Hülkenberg is not being too slow himself since he has a brand new set of ultra softs. I think like a good handful of the other guys are running super soft tires, so my goal is a top 5 finish. If I can get that, I'm fine. If I don't get 4th, I don't get 4th, that's okay. Come on! Let's try to get the RS. I don't think we are, but... Yeah, Hülkenberg just went by that lapped car. That is Fernando Alonso, currently 15th place for the Spaniard. And we are going to get the very bad timing of meeting him in this very tight spot of the track. Oh my god, that thing, it didn't use to elevate your car like that. Lewis Hamilton, I didn't notice what time that was because I was focusing on the track, but yeah, Lewis Hamilton with a new fastest lap of the race. .9 is the gap to Hülkenberg. Let's see how that develops in the next couple of laps. 10 laps to go around the Albert Park circuit. See now, beginning of lap 49, and we have 1.6
seconds.
Catching up to Hülkenberg. I think I am around 1.2 maybe? 1.2 seconds maybe? Oh, Ericsson's, I'm guessing Ericsson slowed the German quite a bit. Still no DRS for me, but I am hoping Hülkenberg, since he's on ultra softs, we are being faster than the guys in front. I cannot see the gaps because, well, he's in the front and I can only get the information to the guy that is directly in front of me. In this case, I know I am catching up to Hülkenberg, but I am hoping that Hülkenberg himself is being faster than the guys in front, so that means I am being even faster, and that's a good sign for me that I can bridge the gap until the end of the race. Maybe 1.1 seconds between me and the German driver. Hi Extreme Gamer, welcome to the stream. Let's hope you enjoy the last couple of laps. I was in P4, but I did an experiment just to see, because that symbol of the ultra soft tires means that if I change to ultra softs, I'm going to change to a used set of ultra softs, and I was a little bit confused by that, because I should have a brand new set of ultra softs for the race, right? I only used the 3 sets that are given to me for qualifying, used no more. And yeah, I'm getting a symbol of used ultra softs there for some reason. So I went. I could have done. Yeah, I could get an Xbox. I just need to get some other things that are more important first, like a driver's license and a car, for example. Hey Knight, I am still in the Haas. I'm going to try to win a World Championship with the Haas, and only then I am going to move teams. But I was going to say one thing and I forgot. But yeah, I went into the pits. I could have done a one-stopper, but I didn't, just to experiment how quickly I was going to be with this set of Ultra Softs. Hulkenberg is on a set of Ultra Softs, but I think we are much faster than the guys in front. I'm just not catching up too much to Hulkenberg because he's on a brand new set of Ultra Softs himself. Yeah, that's exactly, that's extreme. Yes, it is the same car. I think Hulkenberg has pulled away a little bit, so we need to focus in the next couple of laps. Almost 6 laps to go until the end of the Australian Grand Prix, the season opener of our second season here in F1 2017. We are still in the Haas for our second season. After we got quite good contracts, we got the second driver position at Renault, Red Bull and Toro Rosso. I could have went into Red Bull, but I really do want to bring the championship to the American team. Yeah, I've lost some time to the car behind, but we are coming up on a pair of cars that is for position. That is Ocon and Felipe Massa. We are battling it out for 5th place. So if we play our cards right, we can make ourselves go from P8 to P5. No, yeah, I did not. Only after I win the championship I am going to change the team, not right now. Really? Oh, that's unfortunate. Was it about your targets within the team, or was it about your reputation level with everyone else? Because if you bang wheels with them during racing and all that, if you are too aggressive, they don't like you and then they won't offer you a contract. Okay, let's see. It's a little bit different now that I have DRS. The brake distance into some of these heavy braking zones are a bit different. Also, I'm carrying more speed because of the slipstream effect itself. But yeah, those guys are awesomely fast. Even me with brand new Ultra Softs, also newer than the Super Softs that the guys in front of me are currently using. But still, like the most difficult, I think it's going to be Hulkenberg, because after that I can hopefully breeze past the other guys because they have just so much harder tires. I'm going for it. I'm going for it on Hulkenberg. Oh, that was as clean as you would like. I don't think we are going to get DRS off of Felipe Massa. Oh, we are. Oh, okay. Oh, Massa, side by side with Perez. Are we going to pull it off? Oh, we are going to get the slipstream, get a better exits than the Brazilian and the Mexican. I'm going to squeeze Perez onto the inside of the corner. Perez backs out from the move, and we get from P8 up to P5. Thank you very much. That was such a good overtaking opportunity that I was able to convert into actual places gained. Jesus Christ, that was so good. That felt awesome. So Williams were the most interested in you and they still didn't offer you a contract. Okay. Yeah, the targets Okay, you are agreeing within the expectations of the team. Maybe that's why. I don't know, I really don't know. Like, if you are doing okay with your team, you shouldn't be not getting interest from other teams, or not, you shouldn't be not getting contracts from other teams. But well, oh! I'm heartbroken. If I didn't stop, I would still be 4th place right now. Damn, now Ricciardo is going to get the podium position. We're missing out on the podium. Damn it. Oh well. And this is not good news. Because everyone behind, not everyone behind us, but everyone who DNF'd are all Ferrari powered cars. It was Grosjean, Vettel and Raikkonen who DNF'd. We also cannot get a safety car because there are only 3 laps left until the end of the race. Yeah, maybe a glitch, maybe just no one was interested in you enough to give you a contract. I don't know, I really don't know. Maybe you didn't get enough, even though you were in the green, maybe you didn't get enough objectives done throughout the season to get a contract to other team. I don't really know. Every upgrade that I do in my car, it never does the upgrade. Yes, it does. You need to get like upgrades. If you can see in the developments in the upgrades graphic, you also have a thing like you have the reliability, then the aerodynamics and the engine and the chassis, and in like diagonals you have the core competencies. Those core competencies are quicker pit stop times, first driver bonus, I think it's also, yeah, it is also the upgrade speed. So once you get those core competencies, I don't know what unlocks the better upgrade speed, but once you get that one done, your minor upgrades are going to go down from 2 weeks to 1 to get completed. And yeah, then you're going to get it always in the next race, apart from the the major and the ultimate upgrades, but those are different stuff. So I don't think I'm going to get, I'm definitely not going to catch up Ricciardo. Yeah, the team is happy for you to stay, but you maybe haven't done... yeah, maybe the team was happy for you to stay, but you didn't do enough to get contracts from other teams, if I am making sense. Maybe. Why do you say that, Knight? I don't think that it is a problem. Like, depending on the upgrades, yeah, only I'm going to show you after the race, like the graphic, and I'm going to show you, because you need to get some objectives to get faster upgrades. I'm going to see after the race ends. But yeah, all 3 DNFs in this race have been Ferrari power unit cars. So the only one remaining is me, actually, because it was Grosjean first with only 7 laps done. Then at around lap 17 it was Vettel DNFing, and now Kimi Raikkonen. So Ferrari are going to score no points, and yeah, that's going to be tough for them because Mercedes are going to get a 1-2 finish.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Yeah, I'm going to conserve the fuel. Yeah, if you like them, keep with them. You can make them good, so yeah, it's just a matter of time, really. So as you can see, I only have the turbocharger at 15%. That's my worst worn out component, and I have my gearbox at 6%. So that's very, very good. Those guys are getting fast, but that's because I am lifting too soon and all of that stuff. Going to pull away from them. Final lap of the race. We started in P8, up to P4 now, unless something catastrophic happens to the top 3. We're not going to get into a podium place finish, sadly, but still. Oh, Lewis Hamilton already. He was very close to us then. Lewis Hamilton, the first winner of the second season, the newly crowned world champion, starts the season with a great form. Since lap 1 he just blazed away, and he was never to be caught. He only has not led every single lap because he he made his pit stop, and after he made his pit stop he got into 5th place. What do you mean? In the real life race or here? Yeah, Vettel is starting from last place, I know that much. But yeah, Felipe Massa also with a great display from P7 at the start, coming home in a very good P5. We are going to cross over the line right outside of the points. And yeah, we are going to get a 4th place finish. A very good job from us. That was very good. I'm very proud of that performance. And now let's give it to Crofty as we go for the podium celebrations.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. So, Ant, how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to go for Marcus Ericsson. He's clearly got a very delicate touch in close proximity to other cars, and he's matured a lot over the past few seasons, which served him well today.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes move to the top of the table. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Okay, so going back to our motorhome, and okay, McLaren puts 2 cars in the top 10, so that's very good. That shows quite a lot of improvement from Honda, at least, because that's not a track that, like, power is important at Malaysia because it has 2 very long straights. And some fast corners. Of course, the chassis and the aerodynamics are going to help McLaren in those fast corners, but you still need a good engine to go down those very long straights. And yeah, that is good on the part of McLaren and Honda as well. Well, thanks a lot, Knight. Yeah, it was a very good place, a very good 4th place. And yeah, now we are up to 807 resource points. Getting a bit more from the first driver bonus. And once again, we smashed Kvyat V. Kvyat qualified 14th and still ended up in the last points paying position, so that is good for the Russian. We are beating him by a lot. We got a lot of an increase in reputation, especially from Ferrari, not so much from Red Bull, because we had quite a bit of wheel banging moments with them. Now let's continue. That's 13,390 points. Oh, so checkpoint challenge at Belgium with the 2004 Ferrari, or time attack at Azerbaijan with the 2002 Ferrari. Okay, race against the clock, compete, require laps before the time runs out. From a rolling start, race around the track to cover the target distance before time runs out. Additional time is added to a limit with each checkpoint crossed. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do that one. I feel like it's faster, because at this point I just want to do whatever is faster. Because I just want... I need to get ready, because I'm going to a birthday party of a friend of mine. So, yeah.
It's time for a well-deserved rest from the championship for a classic exhibition event today. It's winner takes all, so who will emerge on top in this unique challenge?
Time limit 45 seconds, as we are with the 04 Ferrari. That's just... I'm going to get the... Oh, already, yeah. These cars had traction control, didn't they? I think they did. I'm going on medium, at least. Because I think they used traction control. Just look at the sound of this car. Completely on the limit of the engine. Oh, they don't have as much cornering ability as what I am used to. The back end getting alive there. Oh my god, this sound. I was almost losing the back ends through there. Oh, the back end. let's see, we have already beaten, well, we are close to beat the target distance, so yeah, we have already done it. So yeah, let's just see how long we can go. Okay, I'm just going to do this. I think this is the end. I'm just going to do this. And yeah, it is done. At least we beat the objective, which is cool. But yeah, this is just such a stunning car. I'll just see a bit of a replay. Just. Absolutely on the freaking limit of that engine, down the camel straight. Alright, there's just the sound brings back so many memories. I felt like a 10-year-old again. Oh my god. That was great. Okay, let's go back to our motorhome. Let's just see what we got for it. 2279.
Hey,
oh,
our upgrade pace is looking solid right now, but I do think we need to push harder if we want to stay competitive. Here's the report.
Okay, so I think we upgraded. Oh, that's a development comparison. Huh. Okay, Toro Rosso caught up to us. They made further upgrades than we did. Renault also improved quite a bit. Force India improved themselves as well. So let's go on to our laptop. And mixed conditions on the track, so it might rain. We are still in front of Toro Rosso. But yeah, we need to catch up with those three teams in front of us as we are going on to the R&D tree. And Knight, as I was going to tell you, as you can see, it is the upgrade speed. You need to complete invitational events in order to get them. And I already got the first one, which means the minor size upgrades are from 2 weekends to 1. So all these are minor. This squared one is a major upgrade. Those take 4 weeks, and then we have ultimate upgrades. Let me see if I can find those. Yeah, these ultimate ones, those here in the bottom, take 6 weeks to do because, well, they are very, very good. So yeah, we are going. We are going to see what can we improve anything on the. No, it's still 1000. 500 internal combustion engine. I could upgrade the turbocharger. Gearbox wear. I'm good on our gearbox. MGU. That's a gearbox, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm good for now. So yeah, this is it for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, give me a like. If you did not, the dislike button is right beside it. Going to see you in the next live stream, which hopefully is going to be tomorrow, the Chinese Grand Prix. And I hope to see you guys there and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, see you next time.